Hello, everyone, and welcome back to probably the last episode, at least for this time, since it is nearly the end of this version's like main quest or main event actually. So we're almost finished with the InterDarshan Championship. We already have the winner, which is Kaveh. I believe that he didn't deserve to win, and someone else might have. However, things are done. There's nothing that we can do. The event is near to an end. So, well, the dude, the yeah, the person that the organ no the not the organizer, the sponsor of this International Championship, finally revealed himself, and well, Gabe turned him down. Now Lord knows what will happen then. So, enough with the introduction. We already know what happened last time. And, well, this has been taking too long. So, let's just get this over with and, yeah, be done with it. Besides it, I am. I am really disappointed that they made Cabe the victor here. But Lord knows. Who would have. What would have happened if if there would have been a tie between Saino, Leila, Farosan, and then Kabe, because everyone will have 4 points. It would have been quite odd, no? I mean, I guess they would have like ended in some sort of other way, but of course not. Kabe have to win the second one because of his luck and whatnot. Alright, we are here, let's finish this.
Thank you all for your excellent performance. And that brings this year's InterDarshan Championship to a close. Finally, it gives me great pleasure to invite our champion, Kaveh, to the stage to receive his award. Typically at this point, we would crown our champion with the diadem as well as presenting them with their award. However, we have just received word that Kaveh has inherited Sachin's estate and made the decision to donate it all to charitable causes.
Sachin's estate is getting donated?
So much Mora. And he gave it all up?
Kaveh's generosity will give many struggling families the chance to change their lives for the better.
Okay, at least he did that, so cool.
Of course, without the diadem and prize money to present, this makes the award ceremony a little more concise than expected. Would you like to say a few words, Kaveh? I'm sure many of our audience, like myself, are curious to learn why you decided to give all this wealth away.
I'm not entirely sure what I should say under these circumstances. I'm glad to have won, even though I'd say luck played a big part in that. As for why I want to give the Mora away, I don't support Sachin's views, and I don't want to take his Mora. With a lot of things in life, people need to experience them for themselves. It shouldn't be up to one person to make a judgment on. Not him, and not me either. Anyway, this isn't really the time and place for such weighty and complicated topics. So, I guess that's all. I'll leave it there. Thanks very much.
Oh, Kaveh, just one moment. While this is a short and sweet award ceremony, we do still have a prize to present you with. Please take this limited edition Genius Invocation TCG card.
Oh no, poor Sino! Wait. Will he be kind-hearted and give the TCG card to Sino maybe? We'll see.
Additionally, your champion status will be logged in your record. This means that the sages will give priority consideration to any future project proposals you submit.
All right, I'll take the card. But as for project proposals, forget it.
In that case, I declare the award ceremony over. Let's give our champion Kaveh one last big round of applause.
I still don't really get it. The sum of Mora would have been enough for me to live in luxury for my entire life.
Well, this has nothing to do with it, but I do think that instead of a round of applause, they could at least they could have make everyone like cheered on or something. There are even like things that I mean, voice plays in which I think that there may be like cheering or something. Like the applause just, I mean, just like the applause sounds like really odd and out of place. I mean, it is to congratulate him, yes, but I feel like they could do a little more with that in that department actually, because I don't know, the round of applause just sounds way too. I don't know how to put it, but I really think that they should add something more to that.
That just means you're not strange enough to understand the way that geniuses think. Come on, we've still got the whole Wisdom Gala to explore.
Glad that's over. I think I'm quite good at giving speeches, but this one was just so tiring.
Do you mean that you're still exhausted from the competition? Honestly, you don't look happy at all, but whatever else happened, you're the champion, you know? Don't you think you should be proud of that?
I suppose. Oh, wait. Sino said he wanted the card, didn't he? And now I have it, right here.
So you're gonna give it to him? But if it's a rare one, you should be able to make a tidy sum of more off it.
Why would I do that? It's of no use to me whatsoever. I may as well just give it to him. Could you pass it on to him for me when you next see him?
Whoa, whoa! This is a super big deal! You should do it yourself! Come on, let's go find Sino.
I mean, China's right there, right below the stage.
Huh?
Come on.
But I was gonna rest for a while longer. Hey, stop pulling my hair!
And Farmer literally, she literally used the cane and dragged him over. Oh, that was so funny. Okay, I like that. I like that. Okay, so now we have to find Sino, which I don't know why we didn't like went down this place. I mean, he's right there waiting for us. Like I said, he was right below here. You can't be that lazy.
What you looking at, Sino?
I'm still thinking about the Sachin issue. What brings you here?
Well, they gave me this limited edition Genius Invocation card, and I figured you'd have more use for it than I.
But it's a limited edition. Are you sure you want to give it to me?
What else would I do with it? I have no use for it.
He doesn't play cards actually, does he? So it makes sense that obviously since Sino was so eager to get that Genius Invocation GCG card, might as well give it to him. I mean, if I was, I think I would have done the same. Even if it is a prize for me, and I didn't play the game, it would be just lying there making dust. So it would be better if I could give it to someone that really wants it and could put a good use on it. So, okay, nicely done there, Kaveh.
But it's limited edition. Kaveh, are you in trouble? You don't have to do all this. Just tell me what's wrong and I will help.
Come on, he's giving it to you fair and square. You can't be saying that. He doesn't want it. Why are you trying to make him keep it? Come on.
Oh, that's not what I meant at all. Yes, I have all sorts of problems, but that has absolutely nothing to do with this card. I'll figure my own issues out by myself.
All right. In that case, I accept your generosity. But now that I realize that you have no concept of its value, I cannot simply take it from you. How about this? I shall buy it from you at a fair price. Namely, the price that the previous limited edition card sold for.
Whoa. Alright, alright. I see where Sino is going here. Huh. Who would have expected that he would buy the thing at last? But wait, how much is it?
Oh, come on. It's just one card. How much could it really be worth?
Do you want to know?
1 million more at the very least.
Ouch!
How much?
A million more?
If you feel that's too low, I can go a little higher.
What?
1 million mora for a card? But you already have a whole bunch of these, shiny ones, don't you? I saw your deck last time we played.
Not every card is this valuable, and some cards are exquisitely designed, but not rare.
Huh. Well, I guess they must pay you plenty to be General Mahamatra if you're splashing out on things like this. But really, it's fine. I'd feel bad taking mora from a friend.
Come on, he's buying it from you. Can you get at least the half price? 500,000 mora maybe? You can't just waste that money. You're not taking a mora from your friend. He's giving you a fair price. Come on. I guess this is the struggles that everyone have when something like this comes up.
Don't feel bad. I save a lot. I can spare the mora for this card.
You don't spend all your savings on your hobbies, do you? You should watch that, you know. You definitely don't want to end up borrowing money in a moment of impulsivity. Living with debt is miserable.
Sounds like you're speaking from personal experience. I guess you've been through a lot?
I don't want to talk about it.
In that case, maybe you're the one who should be listening to your advice. In any case, I, Sino, will take this precious card, and it shall join the deck of destiny. Kaveh, come with me in a few moments to collect the mora. Thanks to you, I have achieved my goal for participating in this tournament.
All right, if you insist. Far be it from me to refuse your courtesy any further. Well, at least I'll be able to keep on top of my bills this month. Maybe I'll even have some left over. In fact, let me treat you all to a meal later. Bring Tainari and Kale, too.
Well, this is what they call all's well that ends well.
That's her.
Paimon wonders how the other contestants are doing. Let's go check in with them, shall we? Since we're guest commentators and all.
Okay, the aftermath of the whole InterDarshan Championship. Alright, so alright then. I mean, at least they they really make Kaveh make that right of a choice. I mean, if you are having like, you are having money to, if they are selling or buying something from you, really you should take the offer, and even if it is for a big amount of money in some sort of place. I mean, if you have no use for the thing that you're selling, then go for it, I think. I mean, I do have a lot of things to sell, but I am not. I wouldn't really like sell them unless I really, and I mean really, don't use them anymore. And that's a rare case. I would never sell my things. Oh, it's down there in the market. Oh, now we need to go down. But I don't know if that is a good advice, but I mean, everyone is free to do that, to do whatever they want with their things, right? I mean, here Kaveh was like bickering about it and didn't want to take Sino's money, but after some time, well, you saw, at last they both like submitted, and well, we are having a meal tonight. Alright, so let's check on the other people. Okay, so it's... Wow, where's Leila?
I'm telling you, you can't go wrong taking advice from me on what to wear. Back in the day, my fashion style was considered cutting edge by everyone in the academia.
Really? Well, then, sure, Madame Farazan. Maybe you could pick out a few fashionable outfits for us.
Farazan! Nilu! Even Dia and Candace are here! What are you all up to?
Candace and I bumped into these two while we were strolling through the streets. Madame Farazan here's pretty friendly. When she heard that we were buying clothes, she decided to give us some help.
As long as you call Farazan Madame Farazan, then she will be friendly or else.
I don't really see anything I'm familiar with. Never mind. We can purchase some textiles and make the clothes ourselves. Let's go with the plain fabric as our base. And embroider red and pink flowers on. Oh, and some green leaves.
Oh, wait a sec. You sure that's the latest style? That sounds a lot like what the older folks back home would wear.
Don't worry. This style is a timeless classic.
No thanks. This is actually sounding pretty weird.
Wait. Madame Farazan's right. That style is a classic, and used to be mainstream fashion. But these days, there are some other options too. If you don't mind, how about I pick some clothes out for everyone? It's not often that we get to meet up, especially since Candace rarely makes it to Sumeru City. Also, I know a few places where I can get a great bargain.
Sure. I'm happy to leave it to you.
I'll come with you to have a look. One always has to keep on top of what the youth of today are into.
Madame Farazan? Come quick! She's over here!
Oh boy.
Who are you?
We're new in the academia. We saw all the amazing things you did during the competition. Do you have any classes we could sign up for?
Of course I do. And you're both very welcome to join.
That's great! We can't wait. What's your area of research? Precision mechanics?
I'm from Haravatat.
Huh? But you seem like an expert in machines. Wait, sorry. I remember now. You were representing the Haravatat Darshan in the championship. Oh, their classes are so boring, though. I'm sorry, ma'am. Let me know if you run any other classes in the future. I'll be there.
I knew it. What about you? Aren't you going to leave with your friend?
I think you're amazing, Madame Farazan, and I'd like to learn from you for a while, if possible. I can take the class you're teaching as an option, even though cross-Darshan lessons might be a little tough to arrange. But I look forward to learning from you.
I see. You're a good egg, child. Don't worry. Study under me, and I promise you, you will get the best teaching available.
Well, even though she lost one, at least one it is willing to try out her classes, so... well, that's a win, to be honest.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Well, I won't disturb you any further. See you in class.
I don't quite understand what happened there, but congratulations, I think.
Traveler, Paimon, would you two like to come and pick out some clothes?
Sorry, we can't. We've got a meal with Kaveh later, and we have to check in with all the other contestants before then. Oh, by the way, have any of you seen Hat Guy or Layla?
I don't know where Hat Guy went. We just saw Layla not too long ago, though. But she was hanging out with some other Ratahoa students, so we didn't get a chance to speak with her. Are you gonna go and see what she's up to?
Ratahoa students? They must be the ones who voted for her to enter the competition, right?
Yep, must be.
She didn't end up winning, so Paimon wonders how they feel about that. Let's go take a peek.
She may not have won, I should say. However, wait. Secret dialogue.
If you don't come to Sumeru City often, classic floral designs aren't a bad choice. Those don't really go out of style. And of course, since you're putting this on your body, you need to consider the type of fabric the clothes are made from. Some materials might look stunning, but they can be terribly uncomfortable to wear.
Agreed. After all, is fashion not the constant phasing in and out of classics? In that sense, you could always consider the style I suggested too.
Wait, sorry, ma'am, but I think it could be quite a while before the style you recommended comes back into fashion.
I actually think the style recommended by Madame Faruzan is quite beautiful.
Isn't it just? You have a discerning eye, my dear.
Ah, alright, alright. I see that there will be picking the clothes then. Alright, so now let's go and check on Layla. Wait, where is it? It's up there. Alright, so let's go and check on Layla. And again, I don't think that she should be too worried. I mean, she came in second place, I believe, with 4 points. I don't know if that will count as second place with Sino or third place, because it is a tie after all, so it should be counted as a second place. I don't know how the InterDarshan Championship rules are, but I mean that's what I can get to, really. Still up there? Ah, come on. Still have things to do here. Oh yeah, so while we get there, well, it's not too far. But yeah, as I mentioned in the last video, the version 3.7 was like announced. I really don't know how to feel about the Alhaitham coming in the second phase of the version. I really wanted him to be in the first one with Catgirl. But no, it's Yoimiya and Yaemiko. I mean, I guess it makes sense since. Oh, wait,
From now on,
no.
I'm gonna work really hard. Maybe first we should
I don't understand. I mean, does it have anything to do with the Genius Invocation TCG thing or no? I mean, I know she's going to appear. Yoimiya will also have a new story quest coming here to Sumeru. I'm wondering what will happen there, but again, I wanted Alhaitham to be in the first on the first phase of the banner. But at last, I mean, again, I have enough stuff to really get him. More than enough, to be honest. So I should not be worried. But I really dislike that he is in the second phase. I really do. Oh, and also that Fontaine thing. Ugh. I actually left before they announced the thing, so whatever. Alright, we're here. And let's check on Layla.
I'm sorry, everyone. I could have done better in the third round.
Oh, stop it! If you're going to beat yourself up after doing as well as you did, how bad does that make us look, huh? Heck, it's not like any of us had the guts to enter the championship.
I didn't see the whole thing, but you were the only contestant who scored points in both the first 2 rounds, right? And I heard that you actually found the diadem first in round 3. You came so close to winning the competition.
As a matter of fact, she was. She also used her, like, shield to prevent fires and other attacks from coming in. But then Wanderer stole it out of nowhere. And at least she has to be proud of herself for coming that long. I mean, like they said, no one would have been, like, would have had the courage to enter the InterDarshan Championship. And also, they would not have had everything they got, like Layla did, in order to get like 4 points or score some points in both rounds. And she even like tied in first place with Sino in the second round with 3 points as a second place. I mean, 3 points plus 1 in the second phase of this championship. So she really shouldn't be beating herself up. She should be proud. But we all know how optimistic is Layla here, so that's that.
Aw, I just got lucky, I think.
That can't be true. You had some really stiff competition out there. The renowned Tainari from Amorta, even Sino the General Mahamatra was there. You're amazing, all of you. Getting points off them is a huge achievement. The way I see it, people aren't exaggerating one bit with the nicknames they give you. You are a genuine genius.
Oh, thanks a lot. But I really don't think I qualify as a genius. In the second round, for instance, I dozed off and somehow found myself beside the device when I came to.
Ah, come on, don't be so hard on yourself. We've decided we're taking you out to celebrate, and that's final. Let's go. Cheer up, Layla. The rest of today's all about you.
Looks like things are going well for Layla. This is great.
I have to agree.
We haven't seen Hat Guy since the end of the competition. Oh well, it's almost mealtime. We'd better go meet up with Kaveh and Sino now.
Okay.
I can't believe it. But in the end, no one was disappointed in me. What a relief. Finally, I can get some good sleep.
Is she talking to us or is she talking to the people? I mean, that's the command for Layla to speak, but it was really confusing, to be honest. Okay, so now we have to check on Hat Guy. But actually, I don't think we saw him in the... There was like some sort of like hidden dialogue or something. Because I remember something related with him and Nahida. They both were in the same like spot. I mean, I'm sure that. Well, now somehow Wanderer now has to be like Nahida's right hand or something. I mean, we may be Nahida's first grand sage, but. Okay, so why does it say that we should... We're meeting at the tavern. I mean, maybe it's because of Tainari and Kole being there? I mean, will Alhaitham appear too? Will he appear too? Ah. And we are in. No, we're not in just yet. Now we are in. We are going up. Okay, that's the food guys. And also other guys. Or people, I should mean. And then... Who's up here? Okay, everyone's there. Cool.
Are you sure you have enough to cover this? Don't blow it all at once.
Don't worry. I budgeted very carefully, and this is well within my means. Anyway, I've lost count of how many times you've treated me. It's high time I return the favor. Oh, Traveler, Paimon, over here!
Ooh, look at all this! Good food, here we come!
I heard that you went to see the other contestants. How's everyone doing?
Farazan found herself a student, and Layla's classmates are bowled over by how well she did. We couldn't find Hat Guy, though. Who knows where he's gone?
Alhaitham's gone missing in action, too. The one time I'm actually in a good enough mood to treat him to a nice meal, he disappears without a trace. That guy. Where the heck could he have gone? I still have questions about that note he left. Well, whatever. He can do what he wants. Now, let's eat.
You shocked me a little when you hurled the diadem to the ground. On further reflection, of course, it made sense, but at the time I was expecting at least some amount of deliberation.
Sachin's voice started talking to me inside my head from the moment I picked it up. I could feel his emotions, too. It was a mix of despair and horror swirling around inside my mind. He bombarded me with his ideas relentlessly, like he was trying to brainwash me. It gave me a splitting headache that only got worse as he went on. Like I was saying at the time, his views are not necessarily completely without value. But if all his research does is lead to misfortune, then we're probably better off without it.
If his forbidden research were to spread in a harmful form and cause people to suffer, the Mantra would step in and ban it.
Yeah, we already know what forbidden knowledge can do. And yeah, we don't want that to happen again, so we really appreciate that. Thank you.
I think you did the right thing. I suppose another way to approach it would have been to claim that you agreed to inherit his research, but give up the research as soon as you've inherited the wealth. But that wouldn't have been your style. I won't comment on his theories or experiments, but I don't believe that he was careless in his choice of candidate. He chose you. That means he knew what he was doing.
Perhaps. I just think that if you accept someone else's things, you should honor their wishes.
That's a good thing. It means that you have integrity.
Thank you, oh my god, thank you. See, you get me, Kale. It's a good thing Alhaitham isn't here right now. He'd be quick to explain why you're wrong.
Seems like you always include him in the conversation, even when he isn't here.
You don't want to know.
Yep. No dinner with Kaveh is complete without a few words about Alhaitham.
I sense that Alhaitham has in fact been here with us all along.
He's here? Where? Why didn't you tell me?
Oh no.
He lives rent-free in each of our hearts.
Oh, that was horrifying. It literally sent chills down my spine.
Good thing you didn't say that before we started eating. That would have killed the mood in a heartbeat.
That's true, I mean. I mean, I really thought that he was going to be there, but then the fact that he was like messing with Kaveh, at least that made me like make a good laugh. So I'll take it.
Alright, enough about Alhaitham. Tighnari, did you achieve what you wanted out of the championship?
I did, in the first round, in fact. Word of mouth proved very effective. I spoke to a handful of people, they told their friends, and so on. Now, a record number of people have signed up to attend the next lecture. Oh, are you free next month? You should come along, maybe even say a few words.
About what? I don't know the first thing about anything Amorta related.
Just play to your strengths. For instance, you could talk about the distinguishing features of rainforest architecture, or ask everyone not to chop down too many trees the next time they're building a house.
Oh, well, that's no problem. Sure, I'll make time. Has everyone had enough to eat? I can order more if anyone's still hungry.
I'm full. Thanks.
No, Kaveh, never propose that. You know how Paimon is. Oh no.
Paimon's super full too. If only we could eat like this every day.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, we should do this more often. Work will always be there, but seeing friends is important too. This is a good restaurant. Let's definitely come here again.
Sounds good. We should pick a few other places as backup options, though.
There are other good places around here too? Oh, don't forget to invite us if you go. There's nothing we love more than good food.
That's true.
Kaveh, do you have plans after this?
I was thinking of maybe going to the academia for some alone time. Nothing set in stone, though. Why do you ask?
Oh, come on, just say it. I want to know.
Since everyone is free, why don't we play a few matches of Genius Invocation TCG?
Eager to show off your new limited edition card, are you?
He is.
Not to show off. This is my way of thanking you for your help. Only my best friend will have the honor of seeing this card's debut play.
All right, sure. I didn't bring my deck with me, though, so I'll need to borrow one.
Actually, Master, I made a new one a few days back.
Don't tell me you've been spending all your study hours playing cards.
Come on, no need to be so stern. They do say that your innate interests are your best teacher, don't they?
Whoa. Whoa, yes, Kaveh, yes. Tell him off. Alright, so we're leaving. Well then, we're going to leave the tavern and maybe meet with someone else. Maybe, I don't know. But that was an interesting conversation that we had. And also, yes, finally. I mean, I do understand that Kaveh has his own things, and truth be told, well, I am starting to get a little more fun of to him. I mean, I don't have a beef against him, but to be honest, I really think that someone else should have won. I don't know who, but it could have been so good to watch a tiebreaker between the three or four people. No, three people. Between the three people that got 4 points. Or no, it was a four. It was going to be if Kaveh won that one, it would have been Layla, Saino, Tagna.
Well, it looks like this InterDarshan championship's a wrap. All that stuff with Sachin and the diadem got sorted too. Have you still got anything else on your mind?
Yes, about Sachin's research. Well, as I was saying before I got interrupted, first, I think it would have been such a good opportunity to actually make a tiebreaker after that last round between Farusan, Saino, Layla, and Kaveh. If it would have been the thing, because it would have been the four people with 4 points. It would have been such a interesting tiebreaker. Like, let's leave Tagnari will have been gone because he only had 3 points, and had guy obviously two with 0 points. But yeah, I mean that's my thing. I will have enjoyed more than just by pure luck. But yeah, about Sachin's research.
Oh, right! Yeah, Sachin said that he placed his research materials at somewhere beginning with but Kaveh smashed the diadem of knowledge before he could finish. It might be dangerous if someone finds his old research stash, right? Where do you think it could be?
Could it be Arrow Village?
Holy smokes, you're right! He said he spent all that time researching in the desert, didn't he? So it's very possible that that's where he'd leave all his notes.
I mean, it makes the most sense.
Alright then, let's head off to Aru Village and try our luck!
Alright, let's go there. And yes, it really makes sense, you know. He went to the desert, and I think that he reached Arrow Village, which means that then he spent a whole lot of time there. Like everything that he gained, every sort of information of knowledge, he must have written down, and then like put it as a research note, and then keep it there as a secret for not everyone to like found it or whatever. But yeah, it makes the most sense to like that it is in Arrow Village. Alright, so let's look onto in this place and see if we can find these hidden notes. Oh, Alhaitham is here! Oh, what do you know? I mean, well, it was obvious. I guess it's obvious because they did say that Alhaitham was MIA, and now look, he's here! Hi! The hat guy will be here too. Wanderer, actually.
Didn't expect to run into you here.
Alhaitham, what are you doing here? And what are you reading? Are those?
Sachin's notes? Yes. I came across his profile while I was organizing some documents and became interested in his research. If it wasn't for that, I never would have agreed to being a commentator. I had a hunch after seeing the fragment of his mind, and sure enough, I came here and found his research.
Wait, so you've read it already? Are you alright? How do you feel?
I think you may have misunderstood something. The reason Sachin chose that architect to inherit his research was that only he could really empathize with both the calamity and the humanity that these notes seek to convey. Only one who resonates with these sentiments would suffer and begin to think of history as bleak, the present as perplexing, and the future as pessimistic. Empathy is a double-edged sword. Clearly, I am not the same sort of person as Sachin was.
Yep, that's what he said actually when we encountered him with his memories after the round ended. He did say that he was smart, but Alhaitham didn't have the same point of view as Kaveh did, like him. Okay, I phrased that wrong. Alhaitham didn't have the same point of view as Sachin did, but Kaveh did share that point of view with Sachin. So that's why Sachin didn't choose Alhaitham. He may have the brains, but he doesn't have the empathy or the same feelings as Kaveh does in order to choose him.
Empaths have many friends, and their wide social circle comes with certain societal advantages. But this also makes it hard for them to achieve their goals.
Why's that?
All important things in life involve other people. As such, it's extremely difficult to live a life that causes no harm whatsoever to others. If you really want to achieve your goals, you have to be prepared to make enemies along the way. Not everyone can deal with that reality. And that reality is like the material here: objective, heavy, negative. But at the end of the day, for all these experiment results and conclusions, it's just one person's perspective, Sachin's.
So, what are your thoughts now that you've read it?
As a scholar, Sachin was without a doubt a genius. He laid the blame for the darkness in the world squarely on humanity, experimented extensively with reliable results, and drew logical conclusions. In that sense, one might say his views were correct.
So, people are bad? And things can only ever get worse? All of that's true?
That is not a question for me to answer. Someone else will arrive shortly. You can ask them instead. All I will say is that the world is not built on correctness alone. Sometimes, being correct means nothing at all.
Oh, so those words you wrong among your notes. What did that line written in the ancient script mean?
Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism, but perhaps little decisions can. By their own choice, the idealist seeks to bring happiness to all while denying themselves the same. Thus, they shall never reach even the borders of truth until they wipe away the ignorance that blinds them. I've never been able to agree with certain philosophies. Even Sachin himself struggled to comprehend the notion of sacrificing oneself for the greater good. But sadly, all viewpoints will find their supporters, and the way we see the world largely decides our fates. All right then, I got what I came for. These research materials are yours to look after. I'll be off.
No, don't tell me we need to read.
You came here just to read this stuff? You missed out on a big get-together, you know.
Get-together? Ah, yes, that makes sense. This is a good opportunity for that sort of thing.
Guess what? Kaveh treated everyone this time.
Then I'm sure he packed up the leftovers for me. See ya.
What? What?
And there he goes. Well, it seems like he really wasn't affected by this research. He said that someone else would answer our questions. Who do you think that'll be?
Oh, so that's this part. Also, this is the part where Nahida and also Wanderer appear here. Oh, well, I guess I shouldn't have to come to early conclusions.
Traveler, Paimon, you're already here. Nahida! Oh, and that guy. part in the championship? Yes, it was me. Are you surprised?
Just a little.
Did you know that there was something wrong with the diadem from the start? And if so, why didn't you switch it out for another one? Because Sachin's research is not mistaken. He spent his entire life researching this topic, and these materials are a result of that. These are the crystallization of his wisdom. Yes, I was worried that the material might cause some disruption, but I didn't want to wipe away all his hard work searching for the truth. So instead, I had Hat Guy here help me keep an eye on things.
Seriously? I think you can stop calling me that now.
Why? Don't you like it?
Oh.
Well, anyway, if Sachin's chosen successor hadn't been able to handle his research, or if it had brought pain to more people, he would have intervened at a suitable moment.
And after all that, the person Sachin chose turned his nose up at his life's work. Pretty hilarious.
I was also hoping that this could be an opportunity for you to learn how to interact with people normally. But it looks like that didn't work out.
That wasn't necessary. I'm still paying you back for your help. And the last thing I need is more reasons to be indebted to you.
Oh, no.
Nahida, what did you mean by Sachin's research is not mistaken? Does that mean that you approve of his research? Put it this way instead. Truth to me is like a shroom boar. Some people only see the mushroom on the shroom boar's back, and they conclude that the shroom boar is a mushroom. Others see only the shroom boar's body, and they declare that the shroom boar is a boar. Still others look deeper inside, and determine that the shroom boar is meat. These conclusions are all correct in their own way, but none of them objectively describe the shroom boar. Paimon kinda gets it, but also not really.
No, don't start getting philosophical or here or the sorry. It's already late night and I don't want to think about stuff right now.
The world is the same way. No one, not even I included, can understand it in its entirety. All of us are somewhere on the path toward truth. Within the confines of our limited knowledge, some may blindly believe in the beauty of this world, and others may focus only on its evils. In truth, the most important thing isn't what state the world is in now, but what people hope it will become. But of course, I don't mean that as a criticism or a call to action.
Wait, I think I saw Wanderer smile like something. What? Like that he barely even smiles, or he just has evil grin, to be honest.
Ultimately, my duty as the God of Wisdom is to guide every form of wisdom to a place where it can find its purpose.
That was a long speech. So what are you actually going to do with these research materials?
Because Kaveh, as the successor of this research, does not wish to see these ideas disseminated, I will seal it up. But even though Sachin's research could be considered negative wisdom, it is still a building block of the truth. If someone wishes to follow in his footsteps in the future, I will not stop them.
Well, even if it is a negative wisdom, I still think it's better. It's much better than forbidden knowledge.
I also look forward to the day that a member of the InterDarshan can not only comprehend his theories, but also find a way out from the despair as well.
Vahumana doesn't have that kind of talent. Wait, you're not intending to keep me in Vahumana long term, are you?
Oh no, there is their true intentions. So that could be a yes.
I don't remember signing up to become a scholar. Don't you think I'm useful enough to you as a prisoner?
Oh boy, here we go again. You think so? Well, to that, I would say that in Sumeru, even prisoners have a right to an education. I hope that your studies in Vahumana will help you deal with your own fate, and learn how best to settle old debts from your past. I will review your final thesis myself. I'm expecting great things from you, Mr. Hat Guy.
If you were just going to call him something, why were you giving him a Okay, so the third tag has ended, and this is the last thing for... No. That's the incident. Kaveh mentioned that he would be going to the academia for... Alright, then let's go there. But again, why would you give us the right to give Wanderer a name, and then you decide to call it by another name? What sense does that make? Fine. All right. Let's finish up with that Kaveh thing. All right. And then we're finishing up this video. But wow, not only is she waiting for him to like settle down the deeds of her past and depths, but also becoming a scholar, and she's also personally going to take him and he's going to like review his final thesis. Seriously? Okay, we're here. Hi.
Where were you while the rest of us were eating together?
I don't recall being obligated to report my whereabouts to you.
Did you go find another hidey hole to read in? You need to change your ways, you know. You can't survive on books alone.
Surviving on meals paid for by you would be harder still.
You? Whatever. It doesn't take a genius to guess what you've been up to. You were investigating Sachin, weren't you? It was obvious from your notes. However, I don't believe his research alone would have been enough to pique your interest. His way of doing things is disturbing, while you... Well, to be fair, your philosophy disgusts me too, but you and Sachin are nothing alike. I don't imagine your views intersect at all. Egoism and nihilism are not the same thing.
My personal interests aside, Sachin's legacy is not entirely meaningless. He conducted experiments on a great scale and left his findings behind. Also, thanks for the compliment, but I'm actually just passing through. I didn't come here for the conversation. Well, not this one at least.
What do you mean? What topic of conversation could be more sacred among scholars than the exploration of differing philosophies?
Well, based on what I've learned, Sachin and his disturbing way of doing things, as you put it, is very likely to have met your father 20 years ago.
What did you say? Wait, so... No. Surely that doesn't mean... Huh. So that's why he thought I looked familiar. My father must have gone into the desert due to his influence.
Oh.
I'm afraid so.
Good thing I shattered that diadem. From now on, nothing like that will ever have to happen again.
The boundaries of knowledge are ever expanding. Someone else will inevitably pick up the same line of research one day, and Vahumana regards it as a reasonable research direction.
Oh, not this again. Even if you're right and people are bound to fall into the same intellectual traps, things won't necessarily go the same way again next time. You have to admit that the actions of one individual don't always predict the behavior of the group, and vice versa. Take Sachin, for instance. He's quite an anomaly.
And so is the one who stopped him. You. Conflicts of this nature are indeed exceptional, but it will occur again in the future. You said it yourself. The actions of one individual cannot predict the behavior of a whole group. You know that not everyone would have chosen as you did.
Even so, I stand by my views. You can forget about trying to convince me.
That's fine. We've been arguing over this for years, and I don't hold any hope of you understanding. The issue we're debating has long since moved on from who's right and who's wrong.
Thanks for letting me know all this.
What?
I said, thanks for letting me know. Hey, stop acting like you didn't hear me. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
No.
They say that earnest thanks should be given thrice, so one more time, please.
Okay, okay. Ah, what a nice conversation between the two. What the f- Now they're gone! Oh, but... Ah, well, I guess that was such a nice little conversation that they were having. And finally, wow, after all those years fighting and debating and whatnot, I mean, at least they finally got onto an agreement at last. So, that's a really good thing in their relationship. Alright, so we are going to end this video. Again, thank you so much for watching. This has been one really long and complex thing. At least we are finally done, and I'm glad I could do this. Again, I wish someone else could have won. I mean, inevitably, Kaveh was going to win since he was the one that Sachin chose and all that, yeah, so sure, whatever. And what's done is done. I mean, he did a good sort of things. He gave up the properties to charity. He also treated us to a good meal. He gave Zainul the card. Now even somehow made up with Alhaitham. Who knew? So yeah. And yeah, if you like this video, please comment and like this video. What should you comment? Well, comment in general about this this final thing about the arc of this story quest, I mean. And do subscribe to this channel so you can see more content like this. Again, thank you so much for watching. I was Game Miracle, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!